Hello, Steve. Hello, Joe. It's time to game classy.
Hello.
Hi, yo, whoa, 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 whoa. Return to innocence.
You've opened this podcast so many times with that. I wonder if people start freaking out and like, wait, am I listening to the newest cast or am I listening to an old one?
See that now we're talking. It's all an elaborate gaslighting campaign by me to confuse our listeners.
I thought it was more of. I like it when you usually say that the recording is that it's being recorded.
Yes.
Because it's that Japanese thing of just like pointing out something obvious that's going on, but it makes everybody just aware of what's going on.
Yeah, it stopped saying it.
It did?
Yeah, it did.
Oh, really?
It shows it on text, but it doesn't say it anymore.
Oh, okay. That's weird. I didn't know. Well, since I hit the record button, I probably wouldn't know.
Yeah, no, you on your side it wouldn't be coming through. But yeah, no, I can say now it just comes through as a text rather than the dialogue, which is upsetting because I liked hearing it. It was reassuring.
I do like that. I found out about that Japanese system with like the monorails where they just like repeat something that's going on.
Yes.
Like I am pushing the brake. You know, it just reminds me of Star Trek.
Yes.
Where you're
so
like,
so everyone can fucking know.
Yeah.
For sure.
It's just one of those weird things in Star Trek of like where he's like fire photon torpedoes, you know, and it's like firing photon torpedoes. It's like, yeah, we know you're firing the photon torpedoes. He told you to fire the photon torpedoes. Why are you gonna repeat it?
I wonder if that's because of Roddenberry's weebery.
No, I think it's more just I think that's like an actual military stuff, something that you and I have no idea about other than what it relates to in tabletop gaming.
Yeah, or fiction.
It could be. I think it's actually
I only asked that because Roddenberry was a huge fucking weeb. So
yeah, for a guy that killed a lot of Japanese people in World War II, he did actually turn around and really like the Japanese.
That happened. You know what? Many such cases.
Yeah.
Like unironically, many such cases.
No, you're 100% correct. What was I going to say? I got distracted by French resistance women from Warlord Games.
Oh, yes.
War Games Atlantic. Sorry.
Yes, War Games Atlantic. Yeah, I like that kid. I think they'd be really good for Fallout. To be honest with you.
Yeah, I was setting up like what I usually behind the scenes of Game Classy. Joe usually opens up like 8,000 different little tabs on his computer so that he knows what to talk about.
Yes.
So I had set it up and I had just gotten distracted.
Yeah, I'm actually really looking forward to all the new 10mm stuff that they're dropping for War Games Atlantic. There's so much good 10mm action coming from them.
Well, I mean, War Games Atlantic has actually really broadened to be a really solid miniatures company. I know they're very, very scattershot in what they're doing, but I love a lot of what they're doing.
You know what they were, and it's funny you mentioned that they're scattershot because you know what it reminds me of? It kind of reminds me of a lot older GW where they were just kind of like, I wouldn't say disorganized, but they didn't have such a like machined process of how they did releases. Because it'd be like, yeah, we're releasing this thing for this game, and then like also, now we're releasing this standalone Scrimblow game, and then yeah, we're also updating this army for fantasy, and then now we're gonna do this special set for 40K. You know what I mean? Like they didn't release stuff like they do now, where everything is very like systemic. Like this is the release for this quarter for this game, and then this release for this quarter for this game.
Because I remember when we started working for Workshop, it was always like, what month is it? Oh, it's a Lord of the Rings month. Oh, it's a Warhammer month. It's a fantasy month. It's a 40K month. You know,
right.
They would alternate, so we at least knew what the release schedule was going to be. This is a little crazier because like right now I was looking at they have the Sorcerer's Spoils. Have you seen this set?
I have not. I saw the most recent thing I saw was the wait. Yes, no, I did see that. That's the terrain, right?
Yeah, it's like this sprue of all these little bits and gubbins, and I was like,
yeah,
fun.
That sprue fucking rocks. I actually picked up their they have a dead animal sprue that I picked up.
What do you have a dead animal sprue for?
It's bones. It's bones.
Oh, the bones.
Yeah. It's like skeletons and stuff. So like it's gonna be great for various basing. various basing purposes.
The bones tell me nothing.
Dead animal
Animal
bits.
Yeah,
Yeah, so there's like a shark jaw bone. There's
that's really neat. I like that.
There's horns and shit, and then there's like human hands. There's an orc hand and like some heads and stuff. It's dope. It's just a really good Gubbins set.
Yeah, because we actually, it's really funny that you mentioned that, and I shouldn't get off on too much of a tangent because there is more War Games Atlantic stuff that I want to talk about. But recently on Reddit, there was someone talking about how Games Workshop pushes customizability, but at the same time, their sets really, really prevent you from doing customization. I was like, I can't speak.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Where like the way that their kits are assembled now, it's like doing an actual like because before, I mean, the most basic, like you could grab a fucking Catachan arm and throw it on a fucking Space Marine torso and be like, bam, dude's fucking arm is, he's
no armor on this arm. Yes.
Right, no armor on this arm. It like fits. Maybe you could do a little bit of like you could throw like a shoulder pad, a Space Marine shoulder pad over it.
Yeah.
And it usually ended up looking pretty good. I know a lot of people did that for corn. Yeah, that was like a really popular conversion for corn, and it looked good because they just kind of fit together. Now, like the way that the classics glue together, it's like half of his torso is connected to the arm, and the arm's at a very specific angle. So it's like, what the fuck are you going to replace that with? You can't. You have to sculpt the replacement.
Yeah. For like their guard, like if you wanted to take the head off of a guardsman, you'd have to get in there with a very, very small file and clippers to get the head off so that you could do a replacement. And it's very, very weird, and you don't want to ruin the model. So it takes a lot of effort to make it look nice.
Yeah.
While back in the day, it was models came in head, torso, legs, 2 arms, and then you could swap them out as you felt necessary.
Yeah, no, for sure.
So I'm currently working on Chaos Marauders. I have the very, very old ones from 5th edition with the big meat arms and the meat hands, the ham hands.
Yes, the ham hands. We love the ham hands.
Yeah. So I put a bunch of them together, which is fine, but I swapped out the heads with the heads from the Marauder Cavalry that they released around 8th edition. So it was much nicer head sculpts.
Mm.
And I'm very pleased with the results. I'll put them up on the Discord when I've completely finished with them.
Yeah, it's nice having those old figures that had that a little bit more plug and play.
Yeah, that's exactly it. It's the plug and play. And it's interesting that War Games Atlantic would be producing these plastic kind of bit sets because that allows for that customization that you wouldn't normally see. Why do I keep saying customability?
And one of the other things that I don't think is talked about a lot, but a lot of their kits are by default multi-purpose. So like the Landsnecked Ogres, which I think is a fucking phenomenal kit. It's one of my favorite kits from War Games Atlantic. It's $40 so first of all, it's $40 for 9 ogres. Like you are not getting cheaper plastic ogres than that from anyone. And they look nice. Certainly not like you're certainly not getting the quality because they look really good. The sculpts are nice. But one of the other things that's maybe not super well known, I don't know, but in that box, there are bits to make them into 40K Ogren. There's legit there's military heads, there's a hand with a grenade. They're holding like auto guns.
Yeah, they have like guns for them. Yeah.
Yeah, and then there's it even extends to like their giant spiders kit. Like it's giant fantasy spiders. But inside the kit, there's also these weird fucking techno bits and like a hand with a blaster and like laser eyes and shit, and legs that have mechanical components. So like it's very much a sci-fi ready kit. So keep that in mind, dear listener. If you're looking for sci-fi stuff, you might be surprised by some of the classic fantasy range for War Games Atlantic not quite being just fantasy.
I will say I'm severely disappointed by their werewolves not hanging werewolf dong.
That's just a problem across the industry. We really need
it's an industry problem, Joe. Yeah. That's not just War Games Atlantic.
It's not just War Games Atlantic. It is definitely an industry issue. We need to really get some movement on that for sure. I actually kind of like their werewolves. They have a good mix between a real like modern classic or rather modern classic. They have a. Well, I guess it is modern classic because
Well, yeah, they look like classic bipedal werewolves. They have kind of a humanish face. It's
Yeah,
not too
what
wolfy.
what I meant by modern classic is because and then is Werewolf the Apocalypse. Like they have that Werewolf the Apocalypse bipedal form, but their faces are like the ultra classic, like shitty ass Lon Chaney looking werewolf.
No, they're not the Lon Chaney looking werewolves. They kind of look like what's a good werewolf movie? I like werewolf movies. Maybe a little bit of Underworlds.
Because they don't have the full wolf. They have a very humanoid face with the you know what? They have the Jack Nicholson werewolf face.
I think a lot of that has to do with the paint job that they do. If you don't do the paint job like they do it on the website, I think it could look more wolfy than man. I think it's just they use a human skin tone on the face, which gives it that appearance.
Maybe that movie sucks too, by the way.
Wolf?
Yeah,
I'm a werewolf.
Yeah, that movie blows ass.
And my Jack Nicholson all of a sudden sounded like God, I can't think of his. I'm not going to go with the joke because I can't even think of it. It would take too long to explain.
It's good enough, man.
Man, you can't handle the werewolf. That's terrible. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's fine. It's good. We can call it good enough. No,
I do.
Yeah, no.
So the stuff that I do like from I do like that War Games Atlantic does is like I like their like villagers and their guard and stuff like that. Which for D&D is great. Because it's just okay. I get 24 figures here, and it costs me $40. It's nothing. It's plenty. I can do everything I need to do with all of this stuff.
No, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, if you're looking for a great hobby tier project for D&D, I think War Games Atlantic is just basically the best. I don't think there's anything that I would pick over them. If you're looking for the most inexpensive thing, you should just be buying bulk pre-paints on eBay.
Well, yeah,
like
bulk pre-paints.
If you
know what, those bulk pre-paints are not cheap anymore. People really like them. They spend a lot of money on them.
You gotta buy like the older ones, but I know what you mean. Yeah, some of them are getting kind of pricey.
Yeah,
but
and that's exactly it. This is about, for the classic hobbyist. Like it's when I'm talking to people about D&D outside, like when I'm at a party or something, and people are like, "Oh, you do Dungeons and Dragons?" And they're like, "I do Dungeons and Dragons." I'm like, "Oh yeah, that's great." And they're like, "Here, let me show you my board." And then they show like, a little table in their house with like a couple, figures on there, like usually nothing fancy. And I'm like, "Oh, that's fantastic." I'm just like, I'm being positive. And I show them my table and it's got all the terrain and the minis, and they're like, "Holy shit."
That's good stuff.
And I'm like, I'm not doing it to flex, even though it is a tiny bit of a flex, but it's not something that everybody does. So
yes. Yeah. I actually saw fuck, I wish I should have posted it on Classy, but I actually saw a 15 millimeter D&D.
That's probably actually better in reality.
100%. Like I was looking at it and I was like, holy fuck, like this is it. Like this is the way. Like this is D&D. 15 millimeter scale D&D is actually the sickest. Like I couldn't believe how much not only for the space economy, but the minis just like it lets you create a lot more complex encounters with less I don't know how to like convey this thought.
For the standard table size that most people play at, 15 millimeter makes the most amount of sense. Actually, even 10 millimeter makes a ton of sense to play on a normal table size. 28 millimeter on any table other than a 4x6.
Yeah, that's really what it is. That's really what it is. It's just the
table economy.
Yeah, the table economy is just so good because I was looking because the people were playing at a regular size kitchen table, but they had a full battlefield going on with their 15 millimeter figures, but on top of that, all of their shit was also on the table, but was not impeding the play space in any way.
No, that's exactly it.
Yeah, it was really, really nice. I was like, damn, like I'm seriously like, damn, maybe I'm gonna get some fucking 15 millimeter fantasy, run some draw steel in 15 millimeter.
Yeah, if you want to play the heretic scale.
I thought that why is 15 millimeter the heretic scale now?
It's anything not 28 millimeters heretic.
Oh, I see.
or
But-
25 to 28 millimeter.
But we all know that
limit.
God's given scale is 10 millimeter.
What? No, God's given scale is 28.
No way. 10 millimeter is 10 millimeter is the best.
No,
there's nothing better than 10 millimeter.
The gods above us have intended us to play all war games and tabletop games at 28 millimeter. If they wanted it anything better, they would have made 10 millimeter sculpts better. If they wanted us to play 10 millimeter, Steve, they would have made War Master successful.
That's just because the player base is not ready for it.
Sure. That's how the player base wasn't ready for it. The player base wasn't ready for it.
That's right. They were not ready. They were not ready to make the proper sacrifice.
That is this. I love this conversation because this is exactly what I feel if I would have walked into a game store in like 1997. This is what people would have been arguing about. Then they would have made War Master successful.
I love it.
Speaking of, did you get a chance to like look through? Did I send you the actual Reddit thread, the one that people were arguing over what's the best Games Workshop rule set?
No, you didn't. But
I never sent you that.
You did bring it up, and we kind of settled it on being overall it was War
Middle
Master.
Earth strategy battle games is probably their strong.
Yeah.
So
that's what I think. MSE, but specifically the War of the Ring version.
Yeah. So just to let everybody know, we were doing there was a thread on Reddit that I found interesting. It was like someone was asking, what was Games Workshop's best rule set? Like their hands down best game to like rule set, like tightest, however you want to put it, like what was the best? And it seemed like from there that the top answer was Mordheim. And my only thought on that is Mordheim is the best rule set if you've never played Mordheim.
Yeah,
Mordheim is the best
all those
rule
people
set
saying Mordheim
on
did not
paper.
play Mordheim. Like
What's
all
that?
of the people saying Mordheim have never played Mordheim.
Have never played Mordheim.
No fucking
Mord-
shot.
Like, don't get me wrong. I think Mordheim is an incredibly fun rule set,
It's super fun.
but it is not the best rule set by far. It has so many flaws with it.
Massive. It is extreme. So it is extremely fun.
Yeah.
Extremely fun game system. I would never argue that it's a very, very fun game system. Is it the best or good? Hell fucking no.
No, not at all.
Like the game is it's horribly imbalanced. If you play it rules as written, very swiftly one player will outstrip the other players and kind of ruin the entire campaign if you try to run it as a campaign.
Marienburg.
Or and then if someone gets really unlucky, the Carnival of Chaos will just like nuke a single player. And but that's like just pure like that's the thing that sucks is like I think that rule is really I think the Nurgle's Rod is a very cool rule, but the way that it's executed, it's just like if someone gets really unlucky, like their shit is just destroyed. Which again, it works if you play Mordheim. All you need to do to balance that biggest campaign issue with Mordheim is you need to run all of your games as a campaignament.
Campaignment.
Yes, where you apply the campaign rules, but you are playing a very set number of games as a tournament, but you use the campaign rules. It's kind of a long thing to explain, but basically like
No, I know exactly what you're saying. It's actually the way a lot of people play Horus Heresy, where you're playing in a campaign that has like 3 games, everyone puts in their results from their games and it becomes more of a overall result for it.
Yeah, that's how Mordheim executes the best without the campaign going off the rails and having one guy like just completely smash everyone, because even if that guy does really well, like once all the dust settles, like it's harder to smash everyone with a finite amount of matches, really.
Yeah, and it's also you do that and you could say like, okay, if you win the game, regardless of who dies or what, you get X amount of stuff to build for the next game. If you lost, you get X amount of stuff for the next game, and then you match up losers versus losers. It's like you play it like a tournament
with brackets. Yeah,
with brackets. Yeah, and that way you can have a little bit more fun with it.
Yeah, because you never want to have the situation where you have one guy who plays against 8 people, who plays against all of the 8 people are playing. One guy beats every other player, so his warband is now untouchable because he's got 7 wins.
Yeah, it's you do all of that fun stuff, and that way, and you have your results of the campaignament be like, oh, you have best painted, you have best general, blah blah blah, best moments and things like that.
Yeah, I think I was looking. There's I think in the old. I think I was reading the Old World, or maybe it was General's Compendium. It is the General's Compendium. They have rules for doing a tournament campaign, and I really kind of just want to like ape those permanently for any time I do minis things, because I think it creates a really cool back and forth that gives you the experience of both a tournament and a campaign while kind of covering the weaknesses of both formats.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think we could do that for ClassyCon when we want to do ClassyCon.
Oh,
we just the way that I would do ClassyCon is like, okay, we're doing a 40K campaign. We're doing campaignment. We'll just call it campaignments.
campaignment.
We'll copyright that campaignment.
The campaignments.
Yeah, we'll do that we'll do an AOS, a 40K, and an Old World, and a Horus Heresy. We'll do 4 of them, 4 small campaignments that just have like everything pre-written with that, and all we have to do is plug in the winners into the brackets and then give out events stuff with that.
Yeah,
how it's going to progress. Yeah, so that way people feel like they're contributing to something. You get to play 3 games with people, and then they're done. You know?
Yeah, I dig it. It also fundamentally alters taking like super cheeseball lists as well.
Yeah.
Because like you can bring your cheeseball list, but like if your blimp, if your Cathay blimp dies, well, sorry, it's dead.
Yeah. I mean,
like,
it's true.
Did you score enough points to buy it back? You didn't. Whoops! Looks like you're bringing infantry instead of that blimp.
Yeah. Well, we'll get into that in a little bit because we got to talk about that. But I
guess it doesn't matter now. Ha ha ha.
So yeah, but the rule set for the best rule sets for Games Workshop, Steve and I kind of talked in with like Middle Earth strategy battle games. Actually, on the thread that they were talking about was like a close second. And we do agree. Middle Earth strategy battle games is a fundamentally solid rule set. I think that the problem with Middle Earth strategy battle games is the fact that you're beholden to the Tolkien IP.
The IP, yeah.
Yeah. That problem with that rule set is the IP that you're playing with. If you took that rule set and put it with generic fantasy, it'd probably be amazing.
I don't think there's a probably there. I think it would definitely be amazing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it probably just because like you could ruin it with with whatever fantasy shit you're doing with it.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose you can always make something too broken, sure.
Yeah, but I mean, essentially the older version of that rule set was used in Warhammer Historicals, and that Warhammer Historicals Old West is one of the best Old West games ever released.
Yeah.
So you could, if you want to look at it that way. By the way, guys, if you ever want to play a cowboy game, go look up that fucking game. It's so fucking good.
Yeah, Warhammer Old West is real good. It's called Legends of the Old West Warhammer Historical.
Yeah, and Legends of the High Seas also, but Legends of the High Seas is ruined because they use the Games Workshop shitty boat rules that are terrible.
Yeah, their boat rules are really bad. They've never had good boat rules. I don't get it.
Never. They've never done good boat rules. Because you know why? British people are obsessed with wind. Like you got the wind table. It's like I don't want to play with wind and shit like that.
Of sail.
Yeah, I just want my boat to go toot and move.
You can also do well. I think they overcomplicate wind because they try to do too much simulation. Because the wind makes sense, but all you need to do is like literally like I don't know, just have the fucking like a fucking spin dial, like for fucking life or whatever, like and you spin that shit and then be like, that's the direction the wind is blowing. And then really simple, if you are moving against the wind, it's difficult terrain, right? Whatever that rule is.
Against the wind.
Pretty fucking simple, right? If your boat can normally go 8 inches, you're going against the wind, you go 4 inches. Problem fucking solved, right? Like there's no need to make it so fucking complicated.
We'll call it the Bob Seger dial.
The Bob Seger dial. I like that.
Spin the Bob Seger dial.
Call it the Bob dial. Spin the Bob dial.
Like a rock.
Like a gawk.
Like a cock. Gotta go there. No, Middle Earth strategy battle games is probably the best rule set written for Games Workshop. Specifically, we really like the War of the Ring rules for mass battle games because I think that's the most fun. But once again, it's hampered by the fact that it's dealing with loader IP. So there's issues with that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a little bit better. It's a little bit better because it's it's more good versus evil as opposed to like 1,000 different races fighting against each other, like in Warhammer Fantasy.
Mhm.
But it's still you're really kind of hampered by what you see on screen.
Right.
So you're like, well, the good guys kind of need like an ogre-ish kind of unit. Well, too bad, none of that, nothing like that shows up on screen.
Mm-hmm.
But you do have tree men, which would kind of work with that. But then
treemen are more like giants, though. They're very very pricey.
But then you also have that's basically just a variation on almost like the War Master rules, which I consider to be the best rule set Games Workshop's ever produced.
Yeah, War Master's really, really, really fucking good.
Like if I had to like do a ranking, War Master would be my number one.
I mean, like I think I said it in our chat, but like to put it simply, War Master has had literally one revision that was by fans, approved by Priestley. It didn't actually change that much.
No.
And it's phenomenal.
Yeah.
It literally just went in and took out the biggest pain points that the previous edition had and like kind of removed some of the fuckery, really.
Yeah. But you know what I'm going to say when it comes to War Master, what the problem is with it?
The player?
It's 10 millimeter. Or 12 millimeter. Sorry.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I think there were a lot of other issues related to the game that was not the scale.
Well, no, it was availability, it was support, it was nobody built it up.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, the thing is that when people actually played War Master and played it correctly with a group of people, it was like they're done. This is it. This is the game that they're going to play for the rest of their life.
Yeah, this is the game.
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason why I never got rid of that game. It was that good of a game.
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
Yeah, that's you know, I didn't want to harp too much on it and like do a whole thing because it's there's nothing to it. The Games Workshop rule sets are either, you know, this amazing top tier system, or it's middling, or it's absolute garbage. Yeah, like there's no way to accurately rank how well rules are written.
Yeah, they're all over the place.
And then you'd have to go down by editions too, because I will tell you, 40K rules as they currently are absolute garbage to me in terms of like how they're written and like this is not a game. This is not a simulation. This is a fucking card game. This is like who can lay down this combo first to win.
Mm.
And meanwhile, like you get down to like 4th, 5th edition 40K, and I'm like, okay, this is a simulation, but the rules are trash.
Right. I mean, yeah. I still stand by. I think third is the best rule set. Second's close, but second has like a lot. Second has too much bullshit.
Yeah, second has a lot of bullshit.
Yeah, like Fly High is super bullshit. The characters are way too strong. I think if you could do a 2.5, like something in the middle of 3 and 2, I think you'd have a really, really tight 40K rule set.
My favorite 40K rule set is Horus Heresy 2nd edition.
Yeah. I mean, I can see it
because it's basically Marines versus Marines, and that's how that game should be fucking played.
Yeah, it does kind of. I mean, if you limit what people can do, it really does stabilize your game.
Exactly, 100%. My favorite is when I talk to people about Horus Heresy, and they're like, "No, I don't like playing it because they don't have access to stuff like Eldar or Orcs." I'm like, but you don't play Eldar or Orcs.
You have 6 Space Marine armies.
Yeah, you have 6 Space Marine armies. What are you talking about? Well, I really want to play Eldar in it. I'm like, no, you don't even play Eldar in 40K. Are you one of those people who talks about how you wish that 40K would Games Workshop would update the Eldar army, and then when they update the Eldar army, you never buy it, and they're like,
I think the Eldar are currently broken.
You know who I said that to, by the way? I said that exact line to. I said that to Giuseppe. Because I think that was the exact conversation we had. He was like, yeah, I want to play Eldar and they don't have it. I go, are you one of those people who want to do Eldar, but you don't want to do it because Games Workshop's never updated the Eldar models, and when they update the Eldar models, you never buy them? And his employee literally laughed in his face.
That's great.
He just kind of looked down and he was like, oh, like he was defeated.
That's great.
We love you, Giuseppe, if you do listen. I don't know if you listen or not.
I doubt it.
I doubt it, yeah. But we love you.
Yeah, definitely not. Yes, true. We do love the Giuseppe. Yeah. But definitely not today. He's over at Frosty Faustings playing fighting games.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I don't know why Mega Man came in my head, but
well, Mega Man is in Marvel vs. Capcom, so I mean it's fair.
That's true. I actually sent one of my favorite new memes to Pat It was it's the Simpsons where it's the Big Book of British Smiles, but it's the Big Book of Mega Man art, and it's just like all the like shitty Mega Man art, and he keeps on going like, no more.
I love the shitty Mega Man art. You know, there's actually speaking of memes, completely unrelated, but the thing that's been fucking slaying me lately is baby YouTube thumbnails.
Oh God, yeah.
It's so fucking funny. So it's like it's a very recent meme trend, but basically they're taking. I'm gonna post one in the Discord so people can know what the fuck I'm talking about if they're listening and they want to look. But and it'll also be great just like sitting there completely out of context in the general. But yeah, no, it's they take the common kind of clickbaity thumbnail styles of YouTube, but they make it about baby concepts. It's very, very fucking funny. Like it just fucking cracks me up every time. It's so good. Like the first one, this is the one that started it all. I'm gonna post it right now if you want to look. But it's a fucking baby with the two toys, like toy blocks and that one wood toy where you can move the pieces on the rods. And it's just why I'm switching. It's literally like a fucking YouTuber thumbnail. It's so fucking good. I was fucking dying when I saw it. Yeah, I strongly recommend it. They're very funny.
Oh, let's get like speaking on Games Workshop. I'll just get to my other Games Workshop thing, which is actually I have two Games Workshop things. Neither of them are actually about releases, but one is they did release. I think it's the biggest news of the news cycle is the Old World Rules FAQ came out, and they finally nerfed the Cathay Balloons.
Oh yeah, huge nerfs.
It's not going to break the balloon. It doesn't make the balloons worthless. The balloons are still actually really good to have.
Quite
At
good.
least you could have one or two of them in an army and still be competitive. It's just not as fantastic anymore. They limited the bombing runs. They made them flammable. I think there was like one or two other things they did with them.
One of the biggest changes is they modified how the character works inside it, so you couldn't make the balloon invincible by having the character jump out of it.
Yeah. And having what is it? Giving it regen and everything else.
Yeah. A whole basically they made it. The whole purpose of the balloon was it was supposed to be good and strong, but it was fucking backbreakingly broken. So all they did is they pulled all the backbreakingly broken stuff and like specifically killed it. Like they were like, that stuff is what we're killing, but everything else that makes the balloon good is still there. It's still a great unit. The difference is if you bring two now, your opponent is less likely to punch you.
It's true. Well, limiting the bombing run, I think, is the big thing.
Yeah.
Because the bombing run made it like almost impossible to kill. But I also think it brings up a bigger issue, and I was talking with you about flaming attacks, because they do make it flammable, but the only thing that it really does with flammable is flammable just prevents regen. If you get hit by something that's flaming. Yeah. And my feeling is regen isn't it's not wide enough in Warhammer the Old World to like really pay the extra points for something that is going to prevent the regen attacks.
Flaming attacks as an upgrade is bad, but I mean
and I think that's what you and I were saying is flaming attacks as an upgrade is stupid. Like flaming attacks should just be like there's stuff that should just have flaming, like the Bretonian arrows. Like
just give them flaming attacks.
Just give them flaming attacks. They're shitty as is. Flaming doesn't do anything against any other units, so why make it an upgrade? Now, if the upgrade of flaming gave it something like, and you said like if you cause a wound, it could cause at the end of the combat you have to roll D3, and that's how many extra wounds it causes.
Because of the fire, yeah.
Because of the fire. Which makes sense. Like, why would a flaming attack from arrows not cause stuff to catch on fire? I don't know. Like, and normal
if the
stuff.
Unit's flammable, it does D6 instead of D3.
Yeah, exactly. D6 instead of D3. Because, like, if I shoot against normal, like, Empire halberdiers, they're wearing clothes. They should catch fire if an arrow hits them. Right. You know, it's like that should cause some sort of issue. I'm just talking in in the simulation, that's what it should do. Or like Empire artillery should cause fire. It always does cause fire generally. If a cannonball, which is super hot, hits something that's flammable, it should cause that thing to explode.
Yeah, for sure. They also buffed Tomb King's chariots.
Yes, they did buff Tomb King's chariots, which makes you happy.
I was very excited about that. I was like, hey, nice.
You were like, chariots assemble.
I love chariots. So
You do, and you never take them because they're kind of useless.
they're kind of bad.
Well, Tomb King's chariots are. Most chariots in the game are pretty good.
Yeah, well now the Tomb King chariots are quite good. They got a points reduction and an armor save buff, so pretty good.
Yes, but now regeneration on I think it's like.
Oh, yeah. So when they changed the way regeneration works, they unintentionally made undead beyond busted.
Yeah.
Because they let you, I guess demons as well. Is they base anything that had the rule unstable, which is you take wounds at the end of the combat you lost by, crumbling, the classic rule. When they changed the way regeneration works, it let undead and demons take regeneration saves against the crumbling damage.
Yeah.
So they repaired that, and you can no longer take regeneration saves against the crumbling damage.
In most cases, it wasn't like game breaking, but it was also kind of dumb.
It was an unaccounted for pretty hefty buff, is what it was.
Yeah, I watched
and people were questioning whether or not it was intentional. Now we know it was not intentional.
So I've been watching battle reports on Tabletop Tactics, which is actually a YouTube channel that I kind of like. Like I like the way that they do their battle reports because they're edited, they make them faster. I think everything looks really nice on them, and the players are good, and the camera work is not janky. I think that's the main thing. If I have to make a thing about most battle reports I see, is that it is the worst camera work I've ever seen. No, that's because I'm a cinephile.
Your camera should be stable. Really, that's the most important thing.
Well, and for most of it, the camera is stable. They do most of their close-up work. It's just short enough where it's not like shaky cam all of the time. So I appreciate that. But anyway, in watching most of their battle reports of the undead, there's so many fucking regen saves on that. But that's my problem is that if you're playing against the undead, you want to bring stuff that has fire or magic so that you can prevent the regen. But there's like, you don't want to be the asshole who tailors an army to your opponent that you're fighting, But
I mean, I like that. See, that's another thing too. I like that for campaigns. Like I think it all comes back to, I think that the game is just better played as a campaign rather than tournaments.
Yeah. Well, I think personally the game is best played with a sideboard. When you play, you put together a
2,500 point list.
2,500 point list.
1,000.
You bring exactly, like you play 2,500 points. You bring 3,000, and then you could swap out depending upon who you're playing.
Yeah,
it's a blind swap too. It's a blind swap, so you don't know. Like, okay, I'm playing against undead this round. Okay, I'm going to swap out because I know I'm going to be fighting undead. I'm going to need this, this, and this out of what I brought. But if you're playing an Empire player, it's like, oh, I'm going to need this, this, and this.
Yeah, no, I like that. I think that's great because I could do things like Screaming Skull catapults. Like I won't bring those against other undead, but against like orcs or something where their leadership's bad. Like, yeah, hell yeah, I'll bring those.
Yeah, exactly. That's the way it should kind of be. The opponent gets to see your entire army. And I'm not talking about weapon swap outs. Your characters are your characters. You can't swap out magic weapons. You can't do any of that stuff.
Yeah, you have to allocate points. So if you want to swap out weapons, that means you have to pay the point, quote unquote, pay the points, because we're saying 3,000 points, you're bringing 2,500. That means if you want to have a character with the Destroyer of Eternities as your main general, and then you want another character that's got the Flail of Skulls, you have to put the points for the full character with the Flail of Skulls into your sideboard.
Yep, that's exactly it. That's exactly it.
Yeah, and I think that's great.
Yeah, that would be my ideal way of doing games like that. Like, and I'm not even talking for like a tournament. I'm talking like just, go into the local gaming store. Like that should be like built into the game system so that people can
army
have
building standard.
Yeah, like it should be part of the building standard. But anyway, that'd be good. I mean, it's funny that you mentioned that because there's the sorcery TCG. It's a best of one TCG, but they acknowledge that like sideboards are important, and they're like, how do we do a sideboard in a best one TCG? And they did something very similar where there's now you can bring an additional 10 cards, and there are cards that just let you pull cards from those additional 10 that's cool.
while you're playing. So like it gives you the ability to sideboard in a best of one, and I think that would be the way to do it for miniatures game. because mini games are always best of one as well.
So the only other thing is that finally the FAQ fixed the problem of Goblin Hewer supremacy in the old world.
Yeah, why did they nerf the Goblin Hewer? I don't get it, man.
Only thing I can think of with the Goblin Hewer. So for those who don't know, the Goblin Hewer was never great in the game to begin with.
It was okay.
I think you did D3 hits per rank.
Per rank is what it was. Yeah. So like
if you have 4 ranks, you do 3 D3, which could give you anywhere from 4 to 12 hits, which is not, and they're not, I think they're only like strength 3 hits. It's not, or strength 4. It's nothing that's going to kill you.
Something that would in theory counter a giant regiment of goblins, right?
Yes. So they made it so no, it only does D3 hits. So this war machine only does D3 hits per turn. And it's just like, why would you do that? It wasn't that good to begin with.
Yeah, such a bizarre nerf.
The only thing that I can think of is that the person who wrote the FAQ plays against a person who is a dwarf player, and that dwarf player humiliated them on a game.
They got annihilated in a game.
They just got fucking destroyed. And the person was like, well, guess what? In new FAQ, you can't do that anymore.
Yeah, guess what I'm gonna do?
Guess what I'm gonna do? It's like, holy shit. Like, what kind of a dick would do that to something so innocuous?
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's a bizarre thing. Because that's the other thing too, is like it would be, they nerfed it against something that a lot of people don't take. Like how many, like if you look at any like modern lists of old world armies, like a unit that has like 5 ranks deep is super rare.
Yeah. Like, and that's kind of what I like about the old world, is that most units do not have that many ranks nowadays. You only have like maybe 3, 4 is rare.
Yeah. So 5 ranks is like super. So like, why nerf something that is very good against a scenario that doesn't even really happen?
Yeah. Exactly.
Super just mind-boggling choice.
Yeah. Horde armies don't really exist in the old world as is. I mean, like, they do exist, but not as much as they used to.
Yeah, and if it is, it's usually a giant fucking block of goblins, which you would, in theory, want a thing called the fucking Goblin Hewer to be good against.
Well, and that's what I'm saying, is like the person who does the FAQ has a big block of goblins.
Yeah.
He probably did. And the Goblin Hewer just got lucky. He rolled 4 dice and got 6s on all of the dice.
Yeah, he rolled 4 6s.
It's like, wow, this is too powerful. Man, this is too powerful. This is so no. According to the rules as written, it only does D3. Oh, no, bloke. It says here D3 per rank. Well, we're gonna fix that in the next FAQ.
Yeah, we're gonna remove the per rank on this.
Oh, by the way, I should mention this for the cast. I did get a part in a new show that I'm doing, and I have to do a British accent in the show.
Oh man, it's over for you, buddy.
It's over for me. I have to do a quite posh British accent. So I can't do no chuffed up blokes. Oh, this model maker, the way I painted this model makes it really chuffs me up. You know,
our UK listeners are dying right now.
They're dying. Midwest Joe is doing a British accent in a play. No, it was like it's going to be a fairly innocuous British accent, so we don't have to worry about it too much.
St. Swithin's Day already.
Kippers for breakfast, Mum. St. Swithin's Day already.
I'll read my
reply to Helga.
Yeah, tis reply to Helga. Oh god, that's good.
No, my favorite Simpsons British accent is the casino episode where she goes, "Fresh to drink, governor."
Yeah. Oh man, that's good stuff.
Oi, what's all this then?
What's all this then?
Yeah. Which is actually kind of funny because the girl that I'm acting opposite from, she's doing a northern accent that's actually pretty fucking good. Like I was like she came in and she did her accent, and when we did, because the audition they didn't want us to do an accent because they just wanted us to kind of get an idea if we had chemistry as an acting team. And she went in and she did her accent, and it drove me up the wall because it was like a straight up Harry Potter British accent.
Okay.
You know, like a American listening to Harry Potter would do this accent.
Right.
And I was like, ooh, that's rough. But then she like modified it, and now she's doing this like really nice kind of like no, not like Manchester. Let's just say Manchester accent.
Mhm.
And it's like I'm like, wow, that's pretty fucking good. So I'm impressed with that. Luckily, my character is just like a very posh person, so I just have to do a standard like BBC received English. Welcome to the BBC. I'm Joe. Today, in the first test of the British of the England versus Pakistan, resulted in 300 deaths.
Very downplayed.
Yes, exactly. But anyway, moving on from the FAQ, unless there's anything else in the FAQ we need to talk about.
I don't think so.
No. I wanted to mention tabletop combat. You know, they do the FDM train for tabletops. You know, the punch out. They do some they're doing some pre-colored stuff lately that looks really fucking good.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I saw it was it's like Necromunda looking, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, it's like old school GW, like what the old cardboard train looked like.
Yeah, but it's MDF. It looks great.
Yeah, it looks fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
It's expensive as shit though, but it looks really good.
I mean, the Venetian quarter
the Venetian quarter, if you're gonna do that, holy fuck.
Like that, I mean, that's pretty fucking sick, not gonna lie. Like
that is the dopest terrain I've seen in a long time. Like if you want to do Mordheim, there's your fucking Mordheim terrain.
A fully colored 3x3 board where everything is done already and it looks really nice. Like, man, that's pretty good.
I like that they did that for a game that like 4 people play, including one person on our Discord, which the models look fucking great.
Oh, Carnival? Yeah. I mean, sure, yeah, they did it for Carnival, but like, I mean, you can use it for anything really.
Oh yeah, 100%. But it's like, fuck, that's gorgeous.
Yeah, very nice looking.
Yeah, like I love the fact that they're doing basically old school cardboard GW terrain in MDF, and it looks phenomenal.
Oh, it looks great. Yeah.
If that's a part of the hobby that you hate, which is building terrain or painting terrain, this is like the perfect substitute for it.
Not me, man. I love building and painting terrain.
Well, yeah, I do too. It's just that it's looking at it like, for example, the landing pad, right? They have the landing pad. It's a very easy looking piece, but it's colored so perfectly. It's like, why not just spend $32 and buy that as opposed to buying there's 3D printed one. There's
definitely a few that hit the price point where it's just like, I would feel foolish buying this and building it to paint myself.
Well, especially because buying it, like if you don't have a 3D printer and you're buying it from someone who is printing it, it will cost you that much.
Right.
Like the FOB Ignis kit is a perfect example. It's a big kit. You get a lot of shit in there. It's $103. I guarantee you printing that and selling it and buying it the 3D printed would cost you about $100.
Yeah, no question.
And it's unpainted. Like this is painted. Yes, you'll have to assemble it yourself, but it's like I would rather pay that. Now, for example, the Venetian steps, on the other hand, which are very nice, don't get me wrong, but for $40, that's kind of expensive for that.
For me, I think if you're like I think if you're gonna go with the Venetian stuff, like just go all in. Just buy the Venetian quarter.
Yeah, buy the Venetian quarter. Like some of the buildings are really nice, like a nice price point for them.
Mm-hmm.
I do like the Casa Asymmetrica, which is asymmetrical castle. Yeah, but that's just like a really cool piece but $100, maybe a little big. It's a very great kit, but I don't know. That's a little on the expensive side for me.
That's really why I think that the just buying the quarter goes, because if you look at what comes in the quarter, you're saving a lot on the separate components.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely worth it, I think. So I highly suggest taking a look at it, and it's just like, wow, they're doing some fantastic stuff.
Mm-hmm. I mean, of course, the platform bunker classic, all this stuff looks exactly like second ed. Terrain.
The Orc Settlement is the best one, hands down. Like it makes me want to play Gorka Morka just looking at that.
Yeah, the Orc Settlement's fucking badass.
Like like our Gorka Morka cartoon that we talked about all those years ago.
That's right.
Fuck yeah. I mean, one day Games Workshop is going to recognize our genius and just let us write all of the 40K cartoons, all the Warhammer cartoons.
It's true. They'll hire us, and we'll issue in a new age of amazing cartoon content for Warhammer.
Did you like the Age of Sigmar
Yeah.
theme that I sent you? AI music.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
I like that's what AI needs to be for, like stupid shit.
Shit posting.
Like I burned off a lake to make that cartoon theme song.
It's shit posting.
Yeah, it should just be for shit posting.
Yeah.
Let me see if I got it. By the way, we should talk about the He-Man trailer. I know you were not a big fan of the He-Man trailer.
I think it looks ass.
I don't. I love every minute of it. I think it just what I saw. I sent you the trailer with the original He-Man theme song on it, which is what they should have used.
That is, I will say, surprisingly significant improvement.
Yeah, it's yes, the music is very that they use is very generic.
That's my issue with it is like. Is the movie just looks like a generic Marvel AI trailer. It's very odd to me. Like I know it's not. I know that it's a I know that it's a real film that is made by people, right? But like it's so odd that like it just fell into that weird like this looks like one of those like AI slop YouTube trailer videos where it's like, what if He-Man was made in the modern era? And like it's like they hit every note. It's kind of like
it does have kind of an AI slop feel to it a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I want to see more because again, it could be that the movie is going to be like that, which means it'll be like a Marvel movie, which means I'll hate it, or it's just really bad direction for the trailer, which is entirely possible.
Yeah, I think that they gave you a lot in the trailer. My fear, like, so I like a lot of the design in it. Like, I feel like it's got a good classic feel to it, especially like the hot pink outfit on Adam. I think that they're kind of hitting a lot of the points that me as a big He-Man fan loves.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're bigger on He-Man than I am, so this is probably I would defer to you on this one. Yeah,
I mean, you got all the classics. You got Fisto in there. You got Spikor. You got Beastman. You got all the.
I did not see Stinkor.
No Stinkor. I did not see Stinkor as well. I like that you don't even see Jared Leto as as Jared Leto.
Why is Jared Leto Skeletor? That's like
because he probably funds a lot of this himself.
Yeah,
he probably is like a producer on a lot of this shit. Like that's why he got Tron Ares made, is because he's a producer on it.
Okay.
Like you got to remember that a lot of these guys that like Jared Leto, he gets in shit because he's the producer. He's the one who's getting the shit done.
Right. He's just buying his way in.
He's buying his way in, essentially, is what it is. But the thing wouldn't get made if he didn't do it. That's the other part of it.
From what I haven't seen it, but from what I heard, Tron Ares is actually
it's very, very mid.
Yeah, I said
I8 is a good way of putting it.
Yeah. I will say I've listened to the soundtrack a bunch, and the soundtrack's a fucking banger.
Yeah, the soundtrack is pretty great. Not the best. Not as good as the problem is that the second one is Daft Punk, and it's like, how are you going to get better than Daft Punk?
Right. I would say it's an admirable attempt to rise to an impossible challenge.
That's a good way of putting it. Yeah, I was pleasantly surprised by the trailer, but putting the original Masters of the Universe theme into it does improve it dramatically.
Yeah, like shockingly improves it.
Well, it's because it's very, very memorable. It's a great theme. And that's what they did in the 80s, is because they spared no expense. They were fucking John Hammond, all of them. Mm-hmm. Like every 80s cartoon theme song was a 100% banger regardless.
Yeah,
like you were doing Wacky Races and it was like, fuck, Wacky Races theme goes hard. Why does it go so hard?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot. I mean, Ulysses is a fucking great opening. The fucking Silverhawks, Spiral Zone, of course. Earth's most powerful soldiers. They're a last chance against the Spiral Zone.
Well, and also that's why I think that the alt-right gets so many fucking young men, is because we don't have adolescent male fantasy anymore that tells you don't be a fucking dick. Like
true.
Like when He-Man, the all-powerful He-Man who comes in with his big ass muscles, who just beat up everybody, comes in and says, hey, don't be a racist piece of shit. As a kid, you're like, yes, He-Man, I won't be a racist piece of shit.
Thanks, He-Man. Your muscles.
Thank you, He-Man. And you're like, oh, men don't need, and like boys don't need that. No, they 100% need that. like you definitely need to have G.I. Joe coming in and say fascist Cobra is fucking awful, and the kids are like, yes, they are.
Yeah, hyper masculine heroes who tell you good things is actually a good thing.
Is actually a good thing.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, okay, I get it. I get it now.
Like Macho Man Randy Savage telling what's his name, the Arsenio that he cries.
Yeah. Oh, it's like you definitely need this stuff, and it's like for some, and you could actually trace it probably to the rise of the alt-right, to when Saturday morning cartoons stopped having ultra masculine heroes telling people to stop doing this stupid shit.
Yeah, you're. I think you are onto something. I don't think that is. I don't think that is a factor that I would easily discredit, to be honest.
I 100%, because I can tell it's like, because when I say it's like, how could you grow up, like to men my own age, it's like, how can you grow up watching Star Wars and then side with the Empire? It's because you want to know why? It's because they didn't get their Star Wars dopamine hit throughout most of the 90s when they needed that to, like, because they're too stupid to read the books or comics because you can't read. So they weren't getting the movies that were telling them fascism is bad over and over again. Yeah. And you have to be the rebels fighting against this oppressive government. Like, they weren't getting that dopamine hit on the regular because they can't read. So they eventually just turned to the Empire.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Because the Empire is aesthetically very cool.
Yeah, it's that the human brain constantly wants to move towards, oh, I'm going to be a fascist. Like, you constantly need people telling you not to be a fascist. You need He-Man to tell you that.
Cool people telling you that.
Yeah, cool people telling you.
Yeah.
That's exactly it. So it's like you constantly need to be told, be a good fucking human being.
Like, you want to know how I know that corporations are bad? Fucking RoboCop. That's how I know corporations.
Exactly. That's like, we were told throughout all of the 80s that we were going to descend into a cyberpunk awful universe if we don't fight against these corporations, right? Throughout all of the 1980s and 90s, we were told this. And then as soon as they stopped telling us this, we stopped caring about corporations becoming awful cyberpunk nightmares. Yeah. And guess what they became, Steve?
Awful cyberpunk
nightmares. We now have AI and Elon Musk, who's wants us to go to Mars so we could put fucking Dollar Trees in the the fucking
Imagine looking at all that real estate on Mars and not envisioning a Dollar Tree.
Not envisioning a Dollar Tree just outside the fucking Olympus Mons. Like, that's what I want to do. I want to summit Olympus Mons and see a fucking Dairy Queen. That's my goal.
Yeah, I need a Sam's Club there, man.
Yeah, that's the fucking goal of humanity. Like, every time, because they're doing the Artemis 2 mission that's launching, and every time I fucking see the Artemis 2 mission, I'm like, why do we want to go to fucking Mars and ruin it? At this point,
look, let's fucking keep it real. No one's going to Mars, okay?
Yeah,
like that's not happening. No one's ever going to Mars.
They're going to the moon. They're going to build a moon base. Well, okay, that's great. They're building a moon base. Well, what are they going to want to put on the fucking moon base? Oh, a fucking Dollar Tree. That's what we're going to fucking see.
I mean, the actual tactical reason to go to the moon is to mine the helium-3, which will probably, I guarantee you, we won't be alive, but I am willing to bet that if humanity is not crumbled by that point, we will actually destroy the moon by mining it so hard, and destroy Earth by destroying moon.
You know what, though? I'm for it.
It's fine. Hey, like I said, kill everyone now. Legalize first.
But for a brief moment of time, Steve, for a brief moment of time, they will have made their shareholders so much money.
It's true. That helium-3.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they don't care about the amount of damage they do to the fucking planet we live on. You think they're going to give a fuck about what they do to the moon?
Oh no, not at all.
Good times.
But so I don't know if you can hear it, but I'm gonna play my Age of Sigmar cartoon theme song for everybody. I finally downloaded it. Hold on. We're gonna see if we can hear it, if they can pick it up.
All right, let's see. You should be able to hear this on the cast perfectly.
Okay.
So it might be super loud, so just watch your volume, everyone.
I'll adjust it.
Sigmar, see the hammers fall. Age of Sigmar, hear the heroes call. Age of Sigmar, fight against chaos. Age of Sigmar, see the good in us.
Buy the
Perfect.
action figures.
Yes, I think that worked. I think that worked.
Yeah, that should work. Buy the action figures.
Buy the action figures. Age of Sigmar. Buy the action figures.
That's right. I mean, I could see them. I already see them using the smashing the plastic Stormcast into those fucking cubes.
The cubes.
You know what I'm talking about? The fucking
Yes, I know what you're talking about.
80s toy commercial cubes. I always wanted those cubes.
Yeah, I just for me, Age of Sigmar works so perfectly as a cartoon, and then you got the Joy Toy toys of it. But you got to be cheap. You got to be able to, like, the kids could play them, and then they get what I'm seeing is the bandolier that has the slots for the action figures.
Oh, nice.
So, like, you strap it on, and then you clip the figures into it, so you could run around with the figures on like they're fucking bullets or something.
I like it. Yeah, you can make them. You can make it look like like an Empire or Cities of Sigmar bandolier.
Yeah, something like that. But I also see them slamming down one of those lava dragons for the Fire Slayers, right? You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah,
The
absolutely.
Magmadrons.
Yeah.
You throw that down there with, like, little clips on the side so that the heroes can clip onto it, like they did those big, like, skeleton monsters back for He-Man.
Yes. I like it.
So good. So good. Well, I will, so what I'll do is I'll
Look out! The forces of chaos are attacking. Luckily, I've got the City of Azir playset.
the city of Zir playset.
Yeah.
Look
out,
action
Sigmar.
catapult launch.
Look out, Sigmar Nurgle is here. Bleh, with real barf and action.
No, you can't say Nurgle. It's like, look out, look out, Stormcast. Here comes Fabius not Fabius Bile.
You can say Nurgle. There's a scene where the Stormcast actually encounter Nurgle in one of the.
No, but you don't want to say that. You can, like, look out, it's Archeon and the forces of evil.
Oh yes.
You have to have a named character like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that, Archeon and the forces of evil.
If Archeon and the forces of chaos. That's what it would be. Archeon and the forces of chaos.
Yes.
Yes. Anyway, going on from there. That's the only use of AI that we prescribe is basically shit postery.
Yeah.
We do not like AI taking jobs from anyone else. If we did make a real cartoon, we would get some real metal band to play the theme for it.
Did you see the thing where, like, AI is not taking any jobs, and that's just a huge lie? I don't know if you saw that.
Well, no, the problem is that businesses think it will be taking jobs, so they fire a bunch of people to use AI, and it's eventually going to come back and bite them in the ass where they have to hire everyone back because AI is not doing what they wanted it to do.
Right. They're just firing people because they think they can be replaced, and they actually can't because the AI chatbots are actually fucking useless.
Yes, 100% useless all the way. So let's finish up things really quickly because I know we're over at this point. Damn it, there was one other thing I wanted to talk about, and now I can't remember what it was. God damn it, we could just talk about He-Man.
There is no need to fear. Whoa, Ionis Cryptborn!
Yeah, Ionis Cryptborn on his dragon.
Yeah, perfect.
It shoots a fireball out of its fucking mouth.
Yeah,
Great spring-loaded fireball.
Yeah, it's got the yes, exactly, like the old missiles.
Yeah. That's exactly what it is, and it knocks it down. See, now that would get me to play Age of Sigmar, but it's just playing Age of Sigmar as toys.
Yeah, I still think that, like, if Storm or Spearhead and Combat Patrol are just the best ways to play Sigmar in 40K at this point.
Yeah,
and like, for one of the biggest reasons why is you never need to actually, because we talked about, or I talked about it, we talked about whatever on the last cast a little bit, how it's become more of a collection game, but you never need to worry about anything if you're playing that format, because if you have a Spearhead, you're fucking done. Like, you have the Spearhead.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter whatever edition changes come through, you still have your Spearhead. It's fine. It just is done. Like, you're finished. It's good. Yeah, I think it's you don't need to tweak it. You don't need to worry about, oh, they made the fucking dudes with halberds are fucking dog water now, so, like, I can't, or, like, this specific, like, battalion rule is gone. No, it's because you have your fucking your Spearhead, and it's got your Spearhead rules, and it doesn't fucking matter that they changed a bunch of other shit because your Spearhead is still your Spearhead.
Yeah, I mean, it does make sense. It's just that I'd much rather just play toys.
Yeah, well, I mean, at this point, it's just like, I mean, I'd rather be playing, Old World or, something with my 10mm toys.
Yeah, exactly. But anyway, you know what else I wanted to mention? I wanted to mention an old man thing. This is my old man rant. Aside from the 3 other old man rants that I've already had.
I was gonna say, this is the one.
No. You know what I want them to bring back? What the gaming industry I want them to bring back as a whole? Catalogs.
Oh, it'll never happen, but I totally agree. I used to sit and just look through that fucking, which Games Workshop catalog I'm talking about.
Yeah, the 2004-2005 hobby catalog, the classic big the phone book.
Yep, the big blue phone book. Oh man, I used to just sit and look through that thing. God.
But I'm not talking just for Games Workshop. I'm talking like all gaming companies should have catalogs of their figures.
Mm-hmm.
They should have that at game stores and things like that. I think especially, who should have catalogs available is Reaper.
Oh, yeah.
Because Reaper has just so many figures in their catalog, no pun intended, that they should have at hobby stores these catalogs available for people to look through and be like, I really want a figure that's a skeleton, a dinosaur skeleton, and they'd be like, well, let's see if they have something in the Reaper catalog, and they could open it up and they could say, oh yeah, look at this right here. Because I think you were even talking about that with Oopshopti, right?
Yeah.
Where you were like, oh, what should I use for my Oopshopti? I don't really want to use the GW stuff. And I'm
looking for plastic. Like you're
looking for plastic.
It's
like
really difficult to find.
If we had, and you could search on Google and find stuff, but I think looking on Google really narrows what you're looking at.
Yeah.
It makes the search a little bit easier, but just imagine going through, let's say, the Avatars of War, not Avatars of War, but the War Gods of Egyptus catalog, and you'd be like, oh, I can use this instead, and it's not that much more expensive to do this.
Mm-hmm.
I think your inspiration can get much higher if you have access to something like that, and I think the tactile feel of that would be much easier.
Yeah, flipping through the pages.
Yeah. So, I mean, and it's not like you have to put out a catalog every year, Reaper, but if you put out a catalog like once every 5 years, that like, here's what was currently available that we have and stuff that we've put out, and you could look through that.
It's nice to thumb through it, man.
Yeah, it's nice to thumb through. You get ideas for it. You can order something that way. Games Workshop is the stupidest for not doing it. They put out, what did they put out? They put out something stupid. What is the ultimate guide to Warhammer 40K, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is technically should be a catalog, but it's like, no, give me a fucking catalog where I can look at shit. They did the character encyclopedia, which is great, but no, I want a fucking catalog where I can look at all the models that are available.
Mm-hmm.
And not have to scan through your awful fucking website.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Like, your website should be used for me to buy the figures, but to look through figures and get ideas, I need like something tactile. I need something that I can like scan through and be like, get ideas from.
Yeah, I think you've touched on something that where websites are kind of bad for browsing.
Yeah. Well, and they shouldn't be, because they're literally in a browser.
Yeah, like you think they would be good, but they just don't fit that. I don't know. They don't fit that, like, there's really no other way to say it other than like, the thumbing through the catalog. It just doesn't, it's not the same.
Yeah. And as I say, this is not a strictly Games Workshop thing. This is all miniature companies should have a fucking publication once every 5 years where they have all of their figures in there that are available to buy.
It really does seem like a missed opportunity too. Because especially if you can put like, what the code is for it. So then they can be like, oh shit, I want to buy this. You just hop on the website and be like, this is the code you need,
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, I think there's even room for like third-party distributors to do that as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like people who distribute a ton of minis, like North Star Gaming. They could put out a full catalog of what they support. And guess what? I think that would be far more successful in getting people to buy shit than anything else.
Yeah. No, I think they would have a surprising amount of return on it.
Like I think it's North Star. but like the people who do like the Frostgrave minis, right?
Mhm.
People who are into Frostgrave, they look at the catalog and they're like, oh shit, you know, this is what I want to get for Frostgrave. This is what's available. And then they're like, oh shit, look at this game over here that I didn't even know existed. Look at Blood and Plunder. Like, oh, I'd love to play this game. Like, this is great. And then they can show their friends without having to, you know, if they're sitting around looking at shit at the game store.
Mhm.
I don't know. This is just me thinking out loud, me being an old man.
No, I get it. I also, speaking of which, I'm going to end up using a couple of the Reaper miniatures. They have these like oversized, I think they're big. I can't, the problem is, again, this would be nice if they were in a fucking catalog, but they have, I think they're ogre sized. They look like Egyptian deities.
Oh, okay.
So like they have like, you know, like the
Anubis and
exactly.
Thoth
And I think they're ogre sized. So I'm just gonna paint those up like they're made of stone, and those are gonna be my Ushabti.
Oh, that works. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. That I don't. They're not good for the archer ones, but they're definitely good for the great weapon ones.
Yeah. For sure, 100%. And I do think, you know, I was looking at a lot of games. I was going back and looking at a lot of the arcane journals that Warhammer: The Old World has put out with all their alternative armies, and I'm like, I hope they do this. I hope they continue to make these, like these alternative armies for the game, and I think the game can continue very well with these sort of alternative armies in them, because I think it really does refresh the range as soon as they come out.
Yeah, no, I agree.
So, and I'm thinking about that when you're talking about the Ushabti, because there should be like an all Ushabti list or a construct list for the Tomb Kings.
The fact that they did not take this chance to make a fucking, like, people have been asking for a plastic Ushabti kit since 6th edition.
Oh, they're coming. Trust me, they're coming.
You think so?
Oh yeah, I think that probably they'll refresh. Now that they've done the Marauders and they've seen that the Marauders are a fairly successful kit, that people have bought, they'll probably look at. They're probably already planning a refresh on a lot of things.
Well, there was that unconfirmed leak that every army was going to be getting a new plastic
regiment.
Right, but it didn't clarify if it was new as in like brand new or if it was an updated one. So
yeah, and that's the thing is, like, we'll see how that goes. It'll be, you know what? That's the refreshing surprise of the old world. Like, you're like, I want it now. But you know what? If you want to play your Tomb Kings, you play with what you got. And when the new kit comes out, if you want to update it, that's great. Or if you're playing another army and that comes and the new Tomb King kits comes out and you're like, oh, this is amazing, you go ahead. There's nothing stopping you. It's your money. It's your toys. Do what you want.
this is true.
Yeah. You know, I in my own with doing the chaos stuff. I'm once I did the Marauders, I put them all together and I put them on their 25mm base. And then the day that I did that, they released like, we're doing new Marauders. I was like, motherfucker,
You sons of bitches.
but I was like, I don't care that much because I already have a unit of Marauders. So why would I buy a new unit of Marauders? I know that they look better, but what the hell? Mine are fine. And I already had them. I want to use what I have. So why not?
And you know what? If you want to add more Marauders, just grab the new ones. Who cares?
Yeah, exactly. By the way,
it ain't that deep.
Yes, you know what my mission is for the new. I'm throwing out a mission for the painting for our painting blog. I want people to post baggage train stuff.
Oh man, I can't wait to make my baggage train. I'm still trying to figure out what I'm going to do.
I just a small piece for your baggage train is what I want.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out. I think I'm going to do is I think I'm going to do a like obsidian chunks, like a quarry.
Ooh, fun.
So I'm thinking like, you know, like they're like the skeletons were chopping up fucking stone to bring to make more you know, Ushabti or whatever. I think that would make sense as a baggage, because I was trying to think of what would make sense as a baggage train for undead for a Tomb Kings, and it's either going to be that or it's going to be treasure, like piles of treasure.
My baggage train is a very large piece of chaos that's no longer in the army.
Okay.
So it is a really cool model that is no longer it's not in the Army anymore. So I'm just going to paint it up for my baggage train.
Nice.
It is a very expensive piece of baggage train.
I like it.
All right. So do we have anything else gaming wise we wanted to talk about? We talked about a lot of nothing, but we did talk about a lot.
No, I don't think I got nothing else, man.
All right, then. So you could go to the Game Classy Facebook page. It's the best way to find a link to our Discord where we actually communicate with people and post stuff and put minis and baby AI images from YouTube.
Those aren't AI. Those are custom made by people's
custom made
Photoshop. Yeah.
Baby memes. Baby YouTube memes. And speaking of YouTube, you can go to the YouTube channel and you can like, comment, and subscribe there. Or you can like, comment, subscribe on the iTunes, which is the best way that you can help out the podcast. Not that we need that much help. Listen, we have our niche audience. We appreciate it. We've been doing this thing for getting close to 20 years now.
Is it really been that long?
We've been getting closer to 20 than we are to 10. Let's put it that way.
Moly.
I know. We started in 2011, 2012. So now we are past the 10-year mark for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're hitting the 15-year mark. So yeah, it makes you feel old, doesn't it? You've wasted so many fucking hours listening to us prattle on about fucking old man nonsense.
Just random shit, man.
Old man nonsense from when we were in our 30s. Now we're in our 40s.
Well, because the original hosting platform is gone, isn't it?
What do you mean?
Like where you originally posted like episode 1? Does that site even exist anymore?
I think I originally hosted them through the Game Classy feed and through the Planet Arbitrary feed, but then when I split it off into the Game Classy feed, I uploaded the original files. So it was only like 4 or 5 episodes I did that with before I split it.
Oh, okay.
But I put the original files on there, so they might still be on Podbean if you look, because I host the podcast through Podbean. And that's where all the links are from, and that's what gets all the hits. So I'd have to look at the original episodes and see how far back it actually hosts through the original episodes. I'm going all the way back to the beginning, the very, very.
Yeah, I wanted to see if we had a date.
Let me see. So the first episode that's on Podbean is Game Classy 25.
Okay.
And that's the first Arby Awards that we did. Remember the Arby's?
I do remember the Arby's.
So that was from April or March of 2012 is on there. So you got about 25 episodes before then. That's about almost a full year. So 2011.
So 2011. Yeah. I think 2011 is probably accurate.
Game Classy. Oh no, here we are. There's some of the original because so some of the originals I went back and reposted on there. So this is year 15 of fucking Game Classy. Holy shit. The first episode that's actually on here is Game Classy episode 6. T3 armies are not for me. And we're still talking about that same shit, Steve.
T3 armies are not for me.
Yeah.
Now they are 7. T3 armies are much better in Old World.
Who will run Bartertown? Game Classy 8, Weird War 2.
Yeah, the random nerf to Slayers is still just fucking odd. Yeah. The consensus is they nerf Slayers randomly, which is like what? And then they nerf the Goblin Hero, which is already a bad unit that people didn't take.
Exactly. No, it looks like the first episode that I posted on here was on April 3rd, 2012, which was Game Classy episode 6, T3 armies are not for me. So there was 5 episodes before then, which were on the Planet Arbitrary feed, which I guess never got uploaded. But I have uploaded, I think, some of them since. But that was the first one that actually got on its own on the own Game Classy podcast feed, which is April 2012.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yay.
Yeah, so we're going to say this is year 15.
Yeah, so I think it was like January 2012, which is when we started. So year 14, actually.
Year 14?
Yeah.
Holy moly.
Yeah, holy moly. Almost old enough to drive. But anyway, if you want to see more of my stuff, actually, you go to my or Steve's stuff, you go to the Discord. That's where we post all of our stuff lately. And that's where it's like a lot of our interaction is. I mean, you could maybe find me on Reddit when I post some of my stuff on Reddit, but you got to catch me there. Catch me on the outside. Remember that? Remember that meme?
Catch me outside. How about that?
Yeah. Old stuff.
It's all about 6'7" now.
6'7"?
6'7".
My son outside just said 6'7".
That's funny.
Say that. Good times. Anyway, so Steve, until next time.
Wherever you go, there you are.
Watch Babylon 5.
Yes. Okay.
Later.
Later.
Game Classy.